श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியில் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணையில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
திவ்ய தேசத்தினுடைய பிரபாவம் இருந்தபடி என்று so all the leaders of monkeys felt that they are taken to Vaikuntha as though the released souls are taken by Ativahikas, and all of them, both Ativahikas and the released souls, adore the Lord by poetry and palland, and wherever Rama resides, that becomes the holy kshetram, holy place, sung by, as if sung by Alvars with the Mangala Shasana. And therefore, so Kishkinda kingdom now, Kishkinda is Divya Kshetra. With regard to language, there is no restriction of any language, even foreign languages like French, German. So because we say Lord is Sarvajna, He is omniscient, and therefore we can pray in English also to the Lord. And that is why we are now using our translations into English from the Sanskrit works. And also now we are going through Abhaya, Pradana, Saram in English. So here, holy place is a place where Alvars have sung with Mangala Shasana. So they have blessed rather the Lord, especially Periyalvar. And therefore, now these monkeys had stones and sticks in their hands earlier. Even now they have, but they don't attack Vibhishana. Kallum tadiyum puhattu. Now, of course, they have dropped the weapons from their hands, like the natural weapons like stone and sticks, poles, and then they are now putting their palms together. So, kayyum anjaliyuma edirkolla nikkira olakkathile. Now, the whole Kishkinda looks like Vaikuntham, because all the monkeys look like Nityasuris, the released souls. They all have put their palms together. All of them worship. So sada pashyanti surayaha. In that way, all the people are concentrating on seeing Rama's munificence, benevolence, the blessing towards Vibhishana. Nirkira Olakkathile. Olakam is a special place, like what we call the assembly hall of a king. So we came across this word earlier also. They are all standing in a big hall, big mansion, and they have put their palms as Anjali. So Anjalihi Parama Mudra, the parliament, right? So they are on in parliament. They are in now attendance. So they are putting on. So Anjalihi Parama Mudra. That is the highest devotion or the least physical action expected by the Lord. So we need not prostrate before him. Sashtanga Namaskara is not necessary. Simply putting the palms together. So with the devotion. So Kayyam Anjalima. So even sometimes with the poles, sticks, and they are now saluting the Lord. And Dandanida Idam Parthan. So now we understand that Anjali, they felt Anjali is not enough, is not sufficient to please the Lord. Therefore, they are now trying to fall down on the earth. So that Sashtanga Namaskara is. So Dandanida Idam Parthan, meaning they observed whether there is a space, whether there is space for doing what we call prostration. No, it was not there because the space was not enough. Because so many trillions of monkeys are there. Trillions of monkeys. I mean, we cannot even count the number of monkeys. Infinite number of monkeys. So many monkeys are there, and therefore there is no space to fall down on earth and then salute the feet of Rama. So Dandanida Inam Parthan. Ennavumam. இச்லோகத்திற்கு சன்னதஹா என்று வாக்கியார்த்தம் தலை கட்டுகிறது. Sannataha meaning bowing well, that is lowest position given to the head. So bending over and the head is very low, lowest possible. Sannataha. Nataha, bent. Not only bent, physically bent, but attitude-wise also, they are very modest, humble. They want to be slave to Rama. They want to obey Rama's instructions. And therefore, sannataha, well bowing, well bent, in the sense, as far as possible. So many people have many ways of falling at the feet and bowing down. Of course, the head should touch down the earth, but here, whatever was possible, because there was a lot of crowd, there is no space to fall down with 8 limbs touching on earth. So they all bowed down low, very low, lowest. என்று வாக்கியார்த்தம் தலை கட்டுகிறது. அண்ட் காத் பபாத்த என்று மேலும் அன்வயிக்கவும். Khat, kam is sky. Kam means sky. So khat means from the sky. Papata fell down. Because there was no space to come alight very slowly and stand. They couldn't find a place to even stand among the monkeys. All the monkeys were flying in the sky. So all of them fell, I mean, as though like a stone attracted by the gravitational pulling power of the earth. They fell down. They fell one over the other. They fell one over the other. That's meaning. Khat papata. They fell down from the sky. So if monkeys like Vibhishana Advan were in the sky, then Rama would mistake them that they don't agree with Rama's intention, rather Rama's decision to give sakkar to Vibhishana Advan. And therefore, so all of them wanted to show their humility. All of them wanted to show that they want to become slaves of Rama. Therefore, all of them fell down. Papata. Then avanim, papata. They fell down on earth. Avanim means the earth. Then how? Krishtaha, happily. That's the meaning. So here you can also apply to, because it is singular, so it is applies to Vibhishana one. So Kat Papata, from the sky he fell down to the earth, Amanim, Krishtaha, happily. Not by compulsion, not by the threat of Ravana. On his own, voluntarily he fell down. He did not, he was not forced to fall down. Somebody pushing him down. No, nobody pushed him down. We saw the story of a man cheating the bear or the monkey. So in the story, so he pushed him down. So bhaktaihi anucharaihi saha. So he also fell down along with his devotees, other Vibhishana Advan's devotees. Since Vibhishana has become Advan in the words of Acharyas, he has also got devotees. So Advans always have devotees because he is the greatest devotee, and therefore we also bow to him. So Bhaktaihi Anucharaihi Saha, followers also. So he came with the 4 Rakshasas also, 4 demons, and therefore along with them, along with the devotees and the followers, Anucharaihi Saha, Avanim Katpapat. So main hero of the this episode is Vibhishana Advan. Vibhishana Advan fell down from the sky to the earth happily, Krishtaha, very happy. Krishtaha is joyful, with eclat, with extreme happiness. So Bhaktaihi Anucharesa. We will see the source later because it is Ramayana in the 19th canto of Yuddhakanda. So Tanak Sheshabhutarumai. So who are those 4 demons? They were slaves to him. They were slaves to him. So Tanak meaning Vibhishana Advan's slaves, Sheshabhuta. Paratantram. Naturally, a slave should be Paratantra. And so Paratantra meaning dependent. So not only they were slaves, that is part and parcel of Vibhishana Advan's army, and Paratantra also. They were dependent on him. That means they were not independent. That's the meaning. None of us are independent. Individual souls like us also are never independent. So only Swatantraha is Lord. All of us are Paratantras. So they felt it. 4 demons understood their role, understood their position. So they fell down at the feet of Vibhishana Advan. They depended on his instructions. And then, so Tan Kaihalum Kalhalum Pole, Tannile Sherihi. Now, how to be very humble? This is a definition. When they are slaves and dependent on Vibhishana Advan, these 4 demons, what did they do? Kaihalum Kalhalum Pole Tannile Sherihi, meaning they felt so humble that they did not show their hands and legs outside the body, in the sense, not in the outer cover of the body. So the hands, both hands and both legs were within the frame of the body. Tamil சொன்னா புரியும், கூனி குறுகி நின்றார்கள். Not out of shame, but out of fear from Ravana. Kuni Kurihi. And Kuni Kurihi, Kuni is the word in Tamil which tells us that is because of the shame that they came late. They exhibited their shamelessness and also shamefulness. So now that they have reached Rama's feet, they are now still they are humble. I mean, Kuni Kurihi. Yeah. Kuni is for the commitment of errors, sins committed earlier. They are remorseful. They are rather They are regretting. That's why one small example, even in the case of Lord became dwarf, as we call him Vamana. Why did the Lord become dwarf? Why not he take the form Trivikrama before Mahabali? Now, Mahabali was to be cheated because tit for tat, rather, Shakhe Shatyam, we say in Sanskrit. When somebody is a rogue, we must also behave roguishly. Since Mahabali Chakravarti was so insolent, proud of his own achievements, he wanted to control all the worlds, gods, human beings, and so on, Rakshasas. And therefore, he came in the form of a dwarf to betray him. But the dwarfness, Vamanatvam, why should he become so small in size, just 4 feet or less than 4 feet? Because he had to beg. So begging is not to be done by anyone. Begging. But we call it in what we call royal tone, Unchavritti. Unchavritti is going along the roads, seeking alms, ALMS. But you are not supposed to beg and stand before the entrance of every house. You have to go on the road, stand actually at the what we call Chatushkam, a 4-road junction. Stand in the middle of the 4-road junction. Rather, I think in US also I have seen people standing in the corner of the 4-road junction. They all also seek help. They have a board, please help, and so on. So that should be the attitude of rather begging. It's not exactly begging. Seeking alms, that is seeking help to food, for livelihood, for sustenance, for maintenance, minimum maintenance of the body. So they want some food, but there's no demand. It's not royal begging. I mean, this is called begging, and it's called Unchavritti in Sanskrit. That is a life of seeking alms. And then, you have no right to compel anyone to offer. That's what I mean. So in this case, Vamana, Lord Mahavishnu, came in the form of Vamana because he was not for begging Mahabali. A demon should not be begged. Because he is almighty, he should not beg anyone. But if he is a devotee, he will do it. He will even act according to the words, Swannamannam Seda Perumal. If he is a devotee, Yathoktakari. Once Trimeshwarva says, he obeys. That is different. But begging, so begging 3 feet of land by his steps, by his small steps from Mahabali is not appreciated. Is not adorable. Therefore, his body became small. That's what the poets say. As soon as he thought to incarnate as Trivikrama, his body became small in size. That's the meaning. So that's why in the same way here, so all the 4 demons accompanying Vibhishana one were contracting their limbs. So contracting their limbs is called Tan Kaihalum Kalhalum Pole Tannile Sherihi. No limbs were very prominent, clear to see. That means the head bowing down, the whole body is rather shivering in the sense. So with all legs contracted and also hands hidden. Of course, Anjali is done afterwards. So, Tanitor Upaya Palangal illad. They believed so much Vibhishanad one, their leader, that they didn't have any other means to approach Rama along with Vibhishanad one. Vibhishanad one's aim was their aim. Vibhishanad one's goal is their goal. Vibhishanad one's methodology is their methodology. And therefore, Tanitor Upaya. There is no other recourse to them. There is no other shelter for them. There is no means to go. I mean, Phalam also. So they didn't have any other fruit in their mind other than Vibhishanad one's. And therefore, Vibhishanad one's expected result was their result also. They were one in attitude, they were one in thought. The four Rakshas demons accompanying Vibhishanad one were always in tune with his thoughts. So, Nalu Sakshadarode Kude, Uddeshyamana Tiruvadigal Alavum Sella Vannadabadi. Now, they are to fall at the feet of Rama along with Vibhishanad one. All the four demons also should have fallen at the feet of Rama. That is their aim now, because it is leader's aim, it is the slave's aim. So, Uddeshyamana, their goal is Tiruvadigal Alavum. But even that, Vibhishanad one stopped the four demons to come and fall at the feet of Rama. Then, of course, as we understand the reason earlier, there was no space. There was no space. So he kept them on the sky. So Vibhishana kept the four Rakshasas on the sky and he came to the feet of Rama. So Tiruvadigal Alavum Sella Vannadabadi. Now, what is the reason why Vibhishana prevented the four Rakshasas from falling at the feet of Rama is Harsha Paravashyam Talla. The joy with which he wanted to fall at the feet of Rama made him forget that the four Rakshasas also should fall at his feet. That is the beauty. Harsha. Harsha is joy. Harsha is the joy. So Harsha Paravashyam. So he became influenced by, he became slave to that happiness, joy, that he forgot the four Rakshasas. That means that is not a mistake. When you take a companion friend to surrender at the feet of an Acharya, because of some reason we forget our friends also. So Harsha Paravashyam Talla. So he was pushed by the influence of the happiness that he gets or he got. Vibhishanad one. So Tiruvadigalode Piravittuvakudaithana Bhumiyile Vizhundavan. Now it is said now, we have to of course find out. That means this family also, Ravana's family, I would say Ravana's family, Kumbhakarna, Ravana, Kubera, Vishravas, that is what we call his father, and his, we also have so many people in the family. They also have the habit of falling at the feet of the heroes or elders, you say. So they have the family habit. Piravittuvakudaithana. They used to fall at the feet, fall down on earth and salute the elders, parents, that way. So Tiruvadigalode, so Piravittuvakudaithana Bhumiyile. And again, another meaning of this one is Rama's feet always are connected with the earth. The divine feet are always linked with the earth. Why? The goddess of earth, Bhuma Devi, is always ready to fall at the feet of Lord. And therefore, the goddess of earth has the usual habit, custom, that Bhuma Devi is always ready to fall at the feet of the Lord. And therefore, there is always a link. And of course, we have, in this case of Rama's incarnation, we have the Padukas also, the divine sandals also. And the divine sandals establish the connection between the divine feet and the earth, other goddess of earth. And again, please remember, whenever there is an incarnation, that incarnation is due to the prayer of goddess of earth. And the goddess of earth always reports to Brahma that the goddess is not able to bear the weight of the bad people, especially demons. So because they disturb the earth, they disturb the sages on the earth, they disturb the people on the earth, and therefore the weight that is borne by the earth goddess is very heavy. So whenever it is heavy, it goes and reports to Brahma. Brahma in turn reports it to Lord Vishnu. That's the usual process. And then another incarnation happens. Every time earth goddess only pleads with Brahma, Brahma requests Lord Vishnu. So Brahma is a mediator there, Purushakara for the goddess of earth. And here you see here, you can also say that Rama wore divine sandals, W-O-R-E. So wore divine sandals, even when he walked through the forest for 14 years. Though we say Bharata took the sandal, but he took a new pair of sandals. Some people without knowledge accuse Bharata that he has taken away the divine sandals, and therefore Rama had to walk barefoot on the sands in the forest. No, Rama had another pair. Because the divine sandals never go away from, separated from the divine feet of Rama. And therefore, divine sandals are permanent association. And the divine sandals used by Bharata to put on the throne in Ayodhya were another pair. That is the meaning. So here, Tiruvadigalode Piravitva Kudaitana Bhumile. The goddess of earth, which has got the inborn nature of the link with the divine feet. So Bhumile Virundan. So who fell down? Khat Papata Bhaktaihi Anucharaisi Saha Vibhishnarvan. Vibhishnarvan fell down from the sky. Avanim. Khat Papata Avanim. Krishtaha, very happily. Bhaktaihi Anucharai Saha. And also we understand the word Krishtaha can be applied, though singular in number, can be applied to the plural of the bhaktas, devotees, and the followers. They were also happy. Again, Vibhishnarvan was honored, was respected by the other demons also. பக்தியுள்ள தன்னாட்களோடு கூட, தன்னிடம் பக்தியுள்ள தன்னாட்களோடு கூட சந்தோஷத்தோடு, that's what meaning Krishna, சந்தோஷத்தோடு பூமியில் இறங்கினான்னு சொல்றோம், because he alighted. Instead of that, is a papata in Sanskrit literally means fell down. Fell down in the sense with a force, he wanted to come fast. He wanted to come fast, that's what I mean. Quickly he wanted to come and fall at the feet. So Uddeshya விரும்பப்பட்ட புழுதி ரஜோகுணம். விரஜை என்னும் நதியின் கரையில் உள்ள கடவுளான அமானவனுடைய பாபத்தை எல்லாம் போக்கும் கையின் ஸ்பர்ஷம். I think we must look at, yeah, now comes here. So, பண்டு ராவண ஸ்தானத்திலே விழுந்து ஏறிட்டு கொண்ட பண்டு meaning earlier, in the earlier years. பண்டு ராவண ஸ்தானத்திலே, to Ravana, to the position of Ravana. விழுந்து, he fell down at the feet of Ravana earlier. ஏறிட்டு கொண்ட, what happened by saluting Ravana, by falling down on earth? Rajas எல்லாம் போகும்படி. So he had to remove the dust, rather the belligerent qualities, the proud qualities in the mind, ahankara, mamakara, egoism and sense of possession. So all were the result of falling at the feet of Ravana. So rajas ellam pombadi, meaning the sins, the bad effects of sins committed by falling at the feet of Ravana. Rajas ellam pombadi. So Vibhishana became so humble, Vibhishana, he became so modest. So he left out all, he got himself relieved of the bad qualities. So no bad qualities are there in Vibhishana now. Then Amanava Karasparsham Pole. So it seems after crossing over the river called Viraja, so this is this word is relevant here because Viraja, the word Viraja meaning the name of a river, and it means pure river. Rajaha nasti. There is no rajoguna. There is no bad quality in the water. We must say water. I don't think we say anything else. So river means water. So this Viraja Nadi is a river of pure water. The word Virajam itself means pure. Vigatam Rajaha. That's what Viraja. The other bank of the river, so normally the individual soul after death travels and have to swim in the water of Viraja. And then after going to the other bank, there is a god called Amanavan. Amanavan in the sense, he is not a human being. Sukshma Sharira gets washed off, right? Of the sins. Sukshma Sharira is there, but it is absolved of all the sins. So there is Amanavan. Amanavan is neither superhuman being nor human being, in between. So he is not a human being. That means he is not full of any bad qualities. He doesn't possess any bad qualities. Again, you can also say Sattva. So Sattvamayamana Purushan. So Amanavan. Only human being is always infested with Rajogunam, Tamogunam, and so on. So the other two bad qualities. Papate ellam pokum. So Amanavaha, the word Sanskrit is Amanavaha. So he is a non-human being. So his Karavalambam, his support by the hand to the individual soul which crosses the Viraja river in the Sukshma Sharira, as he said, subtle body. He is given a helping hand to come out of the river. And so Papate ellam pokum Kayin Sparsham. Sparsham, touch. The touch of the hand of the Amanavan, non-human being, which will remove all the sins. Even after, of course, entering into the river to swim over the Viraja, then all the sins were washed off. So if at all one or two sins still sticks to the body of the Sukshma Sharira of the individual soul, then this Amanava is ready to ward off all the sins. Amanava Karasparsham Pole. What is this Amanava Karasparsham? Here, it is Lord Rama's hand. So Lord Rama's hand looks like, of course, this is what we call Nicha Upama, lower simile, the simile with lower comparison, low standard comparison. It's called Nicha Upama. Because no simile can be there equal to Lord's actions, Lord's figure, and so on. Even in, for example, Rama Pattabhisheka, Valmiki had no parallel. Valmiki had no parallel. And he said, Vasavo Vasavam Yatha. Just like Vasus, 8 Vasus, anointed Indra on his becoming the king of gods. So also Rama was anointed as the king of Ayodhya by Vasishta, Vamadeva, and other sages. Here, so there is no parallel because there is not equal. Indra is not equal to Lord Vishnu. And therefore, is what we call Nichopama in Sanskrit. Lesser Upama, lesser simile in quality. Generally, please remember Upameyam, the object which is to be known by us clearly is called Upameyam. That is higher in standard than Upamanam, the standard of comparison. The standard of comparison. Upamanam is standard of comparison. Of course, so Atyanta Shodhakamana. So Atyanta meaning very high. Very high. Shodhakamana. Parishuddham Sheshira. So this is what Shodhakam is what we call hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer is called here Shodhaka. Now, so many meanings are there, of course, because Rama's hand caught hold of Vibhishan's hand, so as a mark of friendship, and therefore it warded off all the sins from Vibhishan and his followers also. Atyanta Shodhakama. So by touch of Rama's hand on the hand of Vibhishan, his followers were also purified. His friends also, his devotees also were made pure. So, Atyanta Shodhakamana. Thiru. We go to the next page. So we saw in the 19th canto, 1.5 verse, that is, Khat Papata Avanim Bhaktaihi Anucharaihi Saha Krishtaha. Right. Khat Papata Avanim Krishtaha Bhaktaihi Anucharaihi Saha. That's 19th canto Yuddha Kanda, the second verse. Now, only half verse is given, therefore 1.5 is there. Only first Purvardham has been given. 165. Okay. Now we go to 165. So, Munbil Bhumiyil Vizhundu Thiruvadigale Sparshikki Yogyanai. So again, so Shodhakamai, Atyanta Shodhakamai, Thirumunbil. Thirumunbil. So Thirumunbil is, now you understand the very subtle meaning of this word. Thiru. So, because Vibhishana has seen already Sita. So, Pirati Purushakaratvam. So, Thirumunbil. So, Thiru is Sri. So, Thirumunbil. Shiyashrihi is according to Alavandar Stottaratanam, Lord Rama is Shiyashrihi. Thiruvikkum Thiruvai, Namalvar. So, Thiruvikkum Thiruvai irukra Raman. So, Thirumunbil. What do you want to take? Both meanings. So he fell down at the feet of Sita. So where is Sita here? Sita is on the chest of Rama. Akhalahil lane. You have to understand Alvar's statement. Otherwise, we cannot say that Rama is separated from Sita. Though Rama's incarnation was also an acting in that way. So Thirumunbil, that means Thiru, third meaning. So Thiru is one meaning is Pirati, Periya Pirati, Ranganayika or Sita here. So second meaning is Thirumunbil, so towards Sri Rama, in front of Sri Rama. Then third meaning is Thiru is the goddess of earth. Thiru, goddess of earth. You can also add Neela Devi, Thirumunbil. And then Thiru is prosperity. Thiru is prosperity. Shelvam. Thiru means Shelvam. So opulence. So Thirumunbil, Bhumiyile Vizhundu. So meaning that he submitted all his possessions. He didn't expect anything, any materialistic possession of this world from Rama. Therefore, Thirumunbil. So that means he offered all his belongings to him and then asked for only the divine feet of Rama. So, Bhumiyile Vizhundu, he fell down on the earth. Tiruvadigalai sparshikakki yogyanayi. Now again, I said the another meaning. So he felt that goddess of earth is the Purushakara for falling at the feet of Rama. Why did he fall down on earth? Because he felt that goddess of earth will recommend moksha to him from the hands of Rama. So Tiruvadigalai sparshikakki yogyanayi. So now that he has got all the qualifications of a surrenderer. Sharanagata yogyata, that's what we say. So Tiruvadigalai sparshikakki yogyanayi. So now he is fit to touch the feet of Rama. Tiruvadigalai, the divine feet of Rama, sparshikakki, in order to touch, yogyanayi, he became fit, qualified. Because he has followed all the steps of surrender without even their knowledge in depth. That's the meaning. So, pin எழுந்திருந்து வந்து. So, after touching the feet of Rama, divine feet of Rama, Vibhishana got up. Pin afterwards, எழுந்திருந்து, got up, வந்து, he came again near. And திருவடிகளிலே தலை சாய்க்க விழுந்தபடி சொல்கிறான். So, he leaned his head on the divine feet. Tiruvadigalile, on the feet of divine feet of Rama, thalai saikka vizhundabadi. So he never wanted to go away from the divine feet. That's the meaning. Thalai saikka vizhundabadi meaning he wanted to die, rather say, literally, or say get moksha from the divine feet. And he did not want to leave the divine feet in spite of some rejection later. And he was very adamant about reaching the goal, namely service to God. Unless the service, the opportunity for service to God is granted, he doesn't want to leave the divine feet. That's the meaning. Thalai saikka vizhundabadi. Sollugiran. So who said this? So Saturamasya Dharmatma Nipapata Vibhishanaha. That is Sollugiran is Valmiki. Valmiki said this. Saturamasya Dharmatma Nipapata Vibhishanaha. Padayo Sharananveshi Chaturbhis Saha Rakshasai. So this is 19th second verse. Sometimes in Ramayana, you find 3 lines of verse. There are generally 2 halves, 4 quarters, sometimes 6 quarters. So the previous line, namely, Kat papatavanim Krishtaha Bhaktaihi Anucharaisi Saha is just one more extra line. So this is what we call a type of meter available in Vedas. 3 into 8 will be there. 3 into 8. Similar, of course. So 24 aksharas, Trishtup. 3 into 8. Trishtup, of course, is 11 syllables. 11 syllable. Trishtup is 11 syllables. But it is here, Gayatri is 4. Okay. Gayatri will be normally 6 syllables in the classic language. In Vedic language, it is Vedic language. Gayatri means 6 syllables per quarter. We have three lines for, so 3 into 8, 24. But here we are seeing 6 into 8, double. So here, no, what I mean, let the page, top of the page. So Saturamasya Dharmatma Nipapata Vibhishanaha. So Vibhishana was a Dharmatma, is a righteous soul. So he Nipapata, we already saw Papata. Now Nipapata is with devotion. Ramasya too. Though Sugriva was recommending his submission, he did not fall at the feet of Sugriva. Two means but. So he did not fall at the feet of Sugriva, but he fell at the feet of divine feet of Rama. 2. So Saha Vibhishanaha, that Vibhishana. When we say that Vibhishana, Dharmatma is there, one adjective is there. But generally Saha Vibhishana meaning, now Vibhishana's devotion, he cannot be measured. That's the meaning. Saha meaning he. Saha meaning he. Savibhishana meaning that Vibhishana. How can you say that Vibhishana when somebody called this Vibhishana? So this Vibhishana, that Vibhishana. There is no other Vibhishana. Therefore, Vibhishana is so good that we cannot assess his merits. So that is why we say Savibhishana. These are all very subtle meanings of a single, what we call pronoun. So let us not dismiss it as very insignificant term or word. So then what did he do? So Padayo Sharana Anveshi. So by falling at the feet, what does he expect? He searches for Anveshi. Anveshi meaning wishing to, aspiring for. He searched for Sharana. Charanaha is foot. Pada is Charanaha. Sharanam is shelter. So he wanted shelter, refuge from Rama's divine feet. So therefore, he did not go away. Talai Shaike. He never wanted to get up unless Rama assures him many times. Rama assured him one time. Abhayam Dattam Maya. He already said it. But now he wants double assurance, triple assurance. He doesn't want to move away from Rama. So how did he come? Chaturbihi Saha Rakshase. Now it seems, if you want to understand Ramayana, then you can say all the 4 demons also fell at the feet of Rama. They had space to fall down on earth. Saha too. Now we understand more in the meaning. Dr. Professor A. Srinivasa Raghavacharya has given more meaning than we expect. Neela Vibhuti Ilulle Silar, Yuyam Vayam Vayam என்கிறபடியே வந்தேரிகளான பந்துக்களோடு துவக்கற்று சம்சார சமுத்திரத்தை கடந்து விஷ்ணுபதத்தை கிட்டினால் பிறக்கும் வேறுபாடு போலே இருந்தது. There are some insincere devotees on earth, like human beings. Some human beings are not ready for Sharanagati. They are not prepared for Prapatti. And therefore, what do they do? Indifferently, they come and fall at the feet of Lord. Leela Vibhuti Ilulle Shilar. So, Leela Vibhuti Ilulle Shilar meaning, so those who are living in this world, like us. Some people, How do they do? When we give them some direction, this must be the right way of Sharanagati. You must follow all the steps of surrender, total surrender, and then we always give them instruction, advice. They don't want to follow our advice. Normally, everybody shuns advice. Yum, vayam, meaning you be yourself, we will be ourselves. We will not change our nature. You can be better devotees. Let you be. May you be. You may be a better devotee. Why do you advise us? We will not take your advice. Because relatives give advice. Bandhukalodu. Because relatives asked me to come to the divine feet of Lord, reluctantly we come. Reluctantly. That will be the better word. I go with my relatives because of compulsion, because of force, because of friendship, because of affection. But I don't believe in Sharanagati. So such people are there. So they call yum, you are you, vayam, we are we. That means we don't want to change and we will not change because of you. You have your own nature, we will have our own nature. So Vandu Erihalana. So Vandu Erihalana meaning they have prepared themselves to come to the feet of Acharya or other divinity. Tuvakatru. Vibhishanarvan was not like this. Vibhishanarvan along with these four demons were not like some human beings reluctantly coming to the divine feet. Samsara samudrate kadandu. So all these people, all those smaller number of people, a few people have crossed the samsara samudrate. Having crossed the ocean of the life, Vishnupadate Kittinal. So when they reach the divine feet of the Lord, Vishnupadate Kittinal, then Pirakkum Verubade Pole irundu. So there will be a different class in falling at the feet of the divinity. Meaning, Vibhishanarvan was quite what we call unique. Vibhishanarvan's attitude was different from those who are reluctantly falling at the feet. A large difference was seen in Vibhishanarvan, so that we could understand Vibhishanarvan is better than any human being. Though he was a demon, born as demon, so he was better than any human being. And therefore, there is a great difference between ordinary, reluctant human beings and Vibhishanarvan. Then Ramasya, how was Rama assessed by Vibhishana? So Rama's quality was understood by Vibhishana. So Vibhishanarvanuக்கு பகுமுக பரிபவத்தாலே பிறந்த பரிதாபமெல்லாம் கழியும்படி ரமணீயமாய் இருந்தது. Meaning that he was insulted by many people in Sri Lanka. Ravana insulted him as an elder brother. Kumbhakarna insulted him as an elder brother. Indrajit, son of Ravana, though a young fellow, younger than Vibhishanarvan, he insulted. Many people, many ministers of Ravana insulted him. And so, Bahumukha Paribhavattale, so multi-pronged attack, multi-pronged insult was received by Vibhishanarvan. And therefore, he was so sore about it. He was so sad about it, receiving tantrums from all the people in Sri Lanka. Almost all the people, all the demons in Sri Lanka. Peranda Paridapam Ellam, what happened to now? So looking at Rama's face and divine feet, better divine feet. Let us take divine feet. From today, Ranganatha, in Ranganatha temple today, Rangasrirangam, for the next 48 days, there is no Tiruvadi Seva. There is no darshan of divine feet of Lord Ranganatha in the temple from today. Today is what we call Jeshtabhisheka. He is anointed, what we call Tirumajjanam is there. Tirumanjanam goes on today. And with no darshan for public. With no darshan for public. And it starts from today. Another 48 days, we don't have Tiruvadi Seva. So why there is, they will, of course, they will hide it with a cloth. We can have Tirumukha Mandala Seva. We can have the face. Now, what do you say here? So it is divine feet. Not only Rama's face is attractive, beautiful, handsome, but also his divine feet. So Ramaniyama irundadu. He was getting lot of solace. Vibhishana got the feeling of peacefulness. Feet of Namberman, right. And that may be hidden by garlands and jewels also. So when it is only Nirmalyam, we'll be able to see have the darshan of the divine feet of Nampermal. Rama's face was so attractive that it removed all the sufferings in the mind of Vibhishana. So Paridabam ellam kariyumbadi. Paridabam is not, as we say in Tamil, Paridabam is regret by getting insulted by the demons. Regret, yes. Regret is called Paritapam. Suffering later for the mistakes committed by Vibhishana in falling at the feet of Ravana and others, and getting insulted by even younger people like Indrajit or elder brothers like Ravana and Kumbhakarna. So here, all this went off. All his worries left him on seeing the divine feet of Rama. So why? Dayarathan Petra Maragata Manittadamide. Because he was son of Dasharatha. Dasharatha was a truthful king, and therefore he was a gem born to Dasharatha. And he was a gem, what we call green gem. So it's called in Sanskrit, Tamil and Sanskrit as Marakatam. Marakatam is called the green gem. So the green gem, Marakata Mani Tadamiri. Sapphire is sapphire, not sapphire, sorry. It is emerald, right? Emerald. It is emerald. So his feet are made up of emerald. That means as best as emerald. So emerald feet. Alvars have praised, adored Lord, what we call emerald feet. Maragata Manittadamiri. Because born to Dasharatha, born to a great king of truthfulness, he became a better gem from another gem. So, and the emerald gem. Green shows the coolness. Green color always shows the positive signal, a good result.
Ramanujadaya Patram Jnana Vairagya Bhushanam Srimad Venkatanathāryam Vande Vedanta Deshikam Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunasaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha Vadidve Sirabhanga Vanjanana Parakrama Sriman Venkatanatharya Chiram Vijetam Bhuvi Chirunnathopol திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்திரம் ஞான வைராக்யபூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்ததேசிகம். கவிதார்க்கிகசிம்ஹாய கல்யாணகுணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேஷாய வேதாந்தகுரவே நமः. சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம்